If you want to magnetize dream clients to work with you, then watch this video. I'm John Patrick Muller, and I took my gifts as a spiritual teacher, turned them into an online conscious leadership business, and I'd love to help you build your business to 20, 40K months and beyond, or even 100K months. And I'm here to share with you the final video in a series that I've been making. There's about 12 videos in this series. It started off, it was gonna be 2 videos and it turned into 5, then 7, then now it's 12. Okay, so you can go enjoy those, and this is the final video. And this is the final step, how to magnetize dream clients. Okay, so if you were following any of the previous tips, especially in the very last video, you'll know how to create content, you'll know how to do sales, you'll know how to do workshops, you'll know how to do lots of different things. In this video, I'm gonna share with you how to put the cherry on top, how to do 3 different types of posts that are gonna magnetize dream clients to work with you, okay? So in general, when we magnetize, we're just kind of filling our funnel. We're filling our system. We've already built some sort of client attraction system. It could be some content, it could be a class, it could be a calendar or a phone call, it could be lots of things. And I'm gonna share with you 3 things. So there's 3 types. You're really only you're gonna fill your community. That's a good thing to do, right? You're taking people from just like a general audience to part of your community. Maybe it's like a free Facebook group or a free chat thread. You want to fill this community. You also want to fill your classes. You should do classes. You should do Zoom workshops. You should do classes maybe like this that are pre-recorded. You should do classes that are live, Facebook Lives in a group. You should do some sort of live class or pre-recorded class. Okay, so you need to fill your classes, and you also need to fill your calendar. These are 3 important ways to grow your business. You should probably pick all 3 of them, but if you didn't, you should pick 2 of them, right? You don't absolutely need a community, but it's good to have one. You don't absolutely need to do live classes, but it's good to do them. You don't really need a calendar, but it's great to have one. If you're gonna do high ticket sales, I really do recommend having a calendar and having one-to-one calls. And if you want to make really easy content that really helps people, classes are a great way because you get to give all your content all at once rather than spreading it out over months. Maybe if you just put out a little content every day, then people build a relationship with you over 6 months and then they're ready to work with you. Or you could do 1 magnetic post, get them into a class, deliver all your best content all at once, and then either sell them or invite them to a one-to-one call. Okay, so classes are powerful, and communities are really great because you get to host classes, you get to build a community, you get to nurture relationships. It's really helpful to have a community. Okay, so I really recommend all 3 of these. And if you're creating great content, then all you really need to do is do a magnetic post. Okay? Your magnetic post is going to be something like, I'm giving away X number of free name for a session. So you're going to create so there's some sort of name. Let's just say that you're going to give away free tickets to a class. Maybe you have a class. So I'm giving away X number of free spots at my new class called blank, right? And it's for the audience to get this result, right? So I'm giving away X number of spots for my new class called Align to Abundance and Magnetize Dream Clients so that light workers like you can grow your business in an aligned way. Who wants one? So make sure that in this formula you have X number, so 4, 7, 10, 3, you have some small number. You need to make sure that the demand is higher than the supply. So if you have a big audience who loves what you do, you want to make sure that if you say 4, you're going to get more than 4 comments of people that say yes. If you say 10, you need to make sure you're going to get more than 10 comments of people that say yes. Whatever the number is, you have to make sure that there's more demand than there is supply. That is very important because that's part of business. It helps you to keep your prices high, and to when there's demand, when people see that there's a demand, it's like the line outside the Apple store. Do you guys know the Apple store, right? in the holidays, there used to be a line outside of it, especially before internet shopping became so big. You'd see the line outside the door, right? On Black Friday, there would be like this. So you need the demand to be higher than the supply, because it creates a perception that there's something really special. Okay, so then even I've had people who aren't even in my niche, they're not even in my audience, they don't even need what I have, but they're like commenting on my stuff because they think they want it, because so many other people say they want it, that they're like, maybe I'm missing out, what is this, right? And so you need to create that sort of perception by having the supply be less than demand. So you pick a number that's relatively small, and you say you're giving away this number of free, you want to use the word free, and then you create a title. Now, if you're not doing a class, you would still give a name to your one-to-one session. So I would call it Abundance Activation Sessions. I'm giving away 4 free abundance activation sessions. Sounds kind of cool, right? And that's just a name that I've given to my one-to-one session. And if I do that, I have to make sure that in the first part of the call, I'm going to be giving value in a way that could be described as a mini session. So maybe I allocate the first 10 minutes to giving them a session. And then after that, I move into the more standard call. Okay? And then you make sure that in the formula somewhere, you need to give a name to your audience. You need to be able to say light workers, light leaders, healers, coaches, soccer moms, busy moms, mompreneurs, dads, kings, queens. You have to give a name to your audience that is something that they would like, but also something that's kind of specific, so that you really just attract the right person to that. And then you give the name of the result. So you have to have that in the formula, right? So somewhere in the post would be the name of the audience, the name of the result, and the name of the session, or the name of the thing that you're giving away, plus the number of free things that it is. And then you just say, who wants one? So at the end you say, who wants one? So I'm giving away X number of free tickets to my new workshop called Align to Abundance and Magnetize Dream Clients for light workers who want to level up. It kind of flows, right? So because my workshop name already had the results in it, I don't really need to say that much in the post. But I can just say light workers who want to level up, because why? Because people see that and it's more socially acceptable. You have to remember that there's a social component to social media, and that your audience, even if they want what you have, they're not going to comment because it's public. It's a public forum. You have to frame it in a way where it feels like they're moving in a direction that they want to move and that they would be happy to share publicly, right? Hey, light workers, who wants to level up? A lot of people would be like, yes. Hey, light workers, who's lonely? Even lonely people would be like, I don't know if I want to comment on that, right? So you have to try to make sure that it's framed in a way that they would feel comfortable admitting to publicly. Okay, and then you just end it with who wants one. That's it. That's the formula. There's tons of ways that you can do variations on this. You can change the little pieces, but that's the main thing. Is you end with the question like who wants one, and you start with a declaration. I kind of like it like this, starting with the declaration, because it's a mini story. Actually, it's a story. It's you doing something. People are attracted to things that other people do. It's not just a desperate marketer looking for a handout. It's I'm doing this thing, and people respond to things that you're doing. I'm doing this, and they're like, oh, that sounds cool. I want to be part of that. So I'm giving away, right? I'm offering, right? But again, offer feels like it's a question. There's an ask to it. You want it to feel like it's purely giving. I'm doing this. I'm giving. This is a one-way stream of benefit that I'm giving to you, right? That's a good thing to do. Okay. So I'm giving away X number of free name of thing, to help audience get result. Who wants one? And again, you're going to use this to fill your community, your classes, and your calendar. Right now, if your content is really good, like we talked about last time, then this will work. And if your content isn't that good, then people won't really know what you do. Within the context of people already knowing who you are, what you do, that you are valuable, that you share value that resonates with them, that they like you, that they resonate with you, that they're part of your tribe, that you've got results, that you've got experiences, that you've helped clients get results. Within the context of all that stuff, that you're living the ideal lifestyle that they want, within that context, these types of posts do extremely well. You can think of it as like you've already gathered all the little fishes and now you're gonna drop the breadcrumbs in the water. When I was younger, my mom used to take me and my brother fishing sometimes, and we went to this little lake called Circleville Lake, and me and my brother were very young, and we had those little plastic fishing poles that are hardly even fishing poles at all. And there's all these fish. There's small little fish that you could like see them. And we would use hot dog buns. For some reason, we would use hot dog buns or just bread. And you would take a hook and you would mush and mash the bread all around it. And we used to use these hooks that had 3 prongs on it. It was like a 3-prong kind of a hook. And we would mash a bunch of hot dog bun into that hook. And like the fish were already there. And you just dropped it in and boop, pull out a fish. Now that's not very nice. I don't fish anymore. I don't like to hurt any animals or anything anymore. Buddhism doesn't really like fishing or hunting. And so I don't do it. But that's what we did. And this is similar though to what social media marketing is like when you do it the way I've just described. This is how I like to do it, right? This is how I do it, is I do the content like I said in the last video. And that, if you haven't watched that video called Casually Crushing It with Content, I'd recommend that you watch that one. And like study it and actually apply it. But if you do apply it, which is where the bulk of your effort will come in, then these ones, once per week, doing something like this will actually work, because you've got all the little fishes and you're just like bloop, bloop, and you just pull them right out. Okay, now when somebody comments on your post, you're making it easy for them. They're just gonna comment. On social media, you go viral by getting comments, at least on Facebook. That's how you go viral, is getting comments. Okay, and then you're gonna pull out people, and they comment. That's them getting hooked when they comment, and you pull them out. Hey, do you mind if I DM you? They say yes, and then you can, in the DMs, you can share with them the access link, or you can invite them to your community so that they can get your link, or you can give them a link so they can book a call on your calendar or whatever. Okay? Now, if you have a virtual assistant, as I do, then and if you work with me and my team, I can help you with this part. We can train your assistant. I can even potentially plug in an assistant into your business. Then one of the really cool things is getting an assistant to work the DMs. Right? So rather than me spending my time in the DMs talking to everybody, I'm really not good at small talk. I'm like kind of allergic. I'd say I'm very allergic to small talk. And so I either say nothing and ignore people, or I get to the point too fast and I'm very, very direct. And people want to be schmoozed a little bit. They want to be small talk. They want to be chit-chatted. I've seen in the DMs. They want to feel like you're really there, you're really listening. And so I really can't do it very well. I'm allergic, literally allergic to it. And so I have an assistant who is amazing, and she's really good at communication, and she knows me. We've been working together for a couple years, and she just goes in my DMs and she's like, hey Susie, blah, blah, blah. And she talks her up for a little bit. She resonates with her in an emotional way, and then shares with them whatever link that I would have shared. But she does it in a way that people like more than when they literally like it more than when I talk to them. I'm not really good at that. I'm good at this. I can do this stuff and I can coach my clients really well, but I just don't do the DMs very well. I just don't focus on it. I don't like to focus. For me, it splits my energy to have to do too many conversations. It's not good for my energy. I don't know. I was a monk. I just don't do that. I'm more of a focused person, I guess. So this is another aspect of magnetism, is going from the DMs to whatever the link is. Now, if it's a free workshop, you don't really have to do that much. You can kind of just do this yourself probably. What I do is I'll add them to a chat thread. Hey, do you mind if I add you to a chat thread? And then I add them to the chat thread, and then in the chat thread, I can do that. If there's one chat thread and everybody's in there, I can do that part myself. But if it's individual messaging, I just can't do it. So I have my assistant do it, and she does a good job. And then that's really good for booking calls in your calendar. That's more of a one-to-one thing, okay? And so this is another aspect of magnetism. If you'd like me and my team to help you with your business, with coaching, either the manifestation side or the business strategy, the marketing side, learning to sell, learning to figure out what you're gonna be doing, or building it with you, building it for you, plugging in various systems and tools and people into your business, we would love to help. I would love to help. All you gotta do is apply below and we can work with you. All right, either way, please share this video. Please enjoy it, subscribe to this channel. I got so much more good stuff coming. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you want like a full course on digital marketing that really should be included as like it should be like the course of a 10K offer, right? The 12 videos in this series are worthy of a 10K program, where this is the course of it. You know, you can just go watch the previous videos. If you haven't watched all the previous videos yet of this series, there's a playlist. You should please just go watch them and take notes and build it. Pretend that you paid, $1,000 for it, or $10,000. Pretend that you paid $10,000 for it, because my previous clients did pay me $10,000 for this same information, and I used to charge them that much and send them videos just like these. And some of them weren't as good as these videos. These videos are better because they're my newest version, and because my lifestyle is so relaxed these days that I just have all this time to think and prepare and to contemplate and reflect, and I'm very well rested these days. And it's like, these are my best videos. So I would say. So yeah, go watch the previous videos in this playlist. There's also a playlist for manifestation. Manifestation is the other cool component that I actually wanted to cover in this series, but I kind of already covered it in a previous series. So you can go watch that playlist as well. Either way, those are two cool things for you to do if you haven't already. So please do go enjoy, share this, subscribe, and if you want my help, you can apply. Can't wait to work with you. Talk to you soon.